to learn, right, that there's a whole lot, right, going on within the whole cryptocurrency market, for this week. As much as there are a whole lot of news, right, coming, going back and forth around certain, cryptos ETF, right, from BTC to ETH. There's a lot of back and forth between, financial institutions all over the world wanting to find the placement with, altcoins. And I'm telling you, they want to just push as much as they have to push. Hello, Adrian. Thank you. Hi. Can you hear me, please? I hope you can hear me. All right, so this was quite, I don't know what to say right away, but I think it is a whole lot of news going within cryptocurrencies, and yet I think it is high time we face the market reality. Today is the seventh episode of our daily market analysis, and of course it is the unemployment news, right, focusing on every one of us. If you're not looking at this, I'm going to be showing you this is Forex Factory, and of course there are the details of the news we already have that is executed. Now, these unemployment claims here, right, is an important news that also gives us a clue, right, from the Department of Labor, right, giving us basic instructions about how we should understand the market's, response in the days to come. But if you've noticed for the past few weeks, right, from August even up to last week, it's been plus and positive for the for the unemployment news, right, for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and of course this fourth week it has been positive for the dollar, which of course implies that this strong news impact should make us have a crippling jump, right, maybe to possibly somewhere around $26,800, of course, to $27,100 before we'll be tanking. Now, if you don't know how important that news is, I'm going to be making you see the mayor or the importance of the unemployment news. Now come with me, let me read this line for you. This is the measurement. Unemployment claims is the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week, right? Yep. So the effect is actually when the actual data, because there are two data released every time the news has been released, and I hope you all are seeing this and of course learning some great lessons, right? When the actual data, right, is when the actual quoted is less than the forecast data, it is good for the dollar, right? It is good for the dollar. And so we have the actual for the past 4 weeks now. It's been lesser than the forecast, and it's been good for the dollar. And because the currency in concern here is the USD, I mean that's why we had to focus on the United States dollars, right? I mean as the major statistics, or I would say currency we're using in our analysis. And why are we going to focus on the dollar? Because of course most currencies, even in cryptocurrencies, appear with the dollar. I mean, oftentimes tagged USDT, but yeah, it's the impact on the dollar that we use in gaining insight into what it is we should be looking forward to as regards the Bitcoin and of course the entire crypto market. Yeah, so for me, I think it is sort of necessary for us to look right in a very, very deep way. I want to open up DXY, the dollar index, right, to look right into how this whole thing is getting into shape, right, while we have a bigger view, right, a panoramic view on the quarter, the months, and of course the entire year in readiness for the announcement of the bull market. Because I tell you, the bull market is already announced, and a lot of people are not aware of this. It's of importance to state the fact that this is sort of necessary for us all to focus right on what matters. I'm telling you, so you all can be prepared, because the days ahead are going to be full with a whole lot of lessons, and if you are not unaware, you might not know what I'm talking about, right? And that's the truth. So we have predicted that the DXY will definitely buy up to this point, right, before selling. Don't get carried away. But of course we're thinking it's come down first, and we were looking at the Bitcoin market alongside with the DXY in our old purview. We knew that when dollar goes up, Bitcoin and of course gold find a way to will I say go down, but of course yes, that's how they actually react. Yeah, so these are 4-hour charts, and I'll start with the daily charts, I think. So we'll conclude in a 1-week chart so we can have a conclusion, then we'll draw a conclusion. But of course don't forget there's an error right below there which explains that this is not a financial advice, and of course I think you all want to take caution, right, from from all of these, right? I'm seriously, you all can take caution because yeah, trading is actually very volatile, and what we've been doing here is just based on our own metric. It's very subjective, and please, I don't want you to be overly carried away by it. I won't tell you that trading is not volatile. So what we're doing here is just making you understand the metrics of how to remain well secured. I hope you all can hear me very well within the ambience of our major discussion. Yeah, so please ask questions when necessary. That's going to be so expedient, right, for me and also for every one of you. I hope we are right together. Yeah, this is great. So everything is set. I think we are in for major news, and I don't know who is as ready as I am to take an advantage and of course take advantage, in my opinion, into what the market has for us today, right now. Now let me begin by expatiating what the unemployment claim stands for, as much as we begin to go into market analysis. It's been about 10 minutes of this discussion. I hope you all are ready, you all are set, and you all are much more eager to understand how and what it is we are doing. First off, I'll start by explaining what unemployment claims is. Like I said earlier on, the unemployment claims, I'm carefully scripting this right. All right, the unemployment claims is a major news. Traders, it's a major news that traders, all right, and investors, right, use to, they use to measure the inherent impact of individuals filing for unemployment insurance, right? Yep, insurance, yeah, on the dollar, right? I mean, literally, whatever it is, those ones are doing. We basically use the news to understand the impact of these guys filing for whatever they are filing for on the dollar. Because I mean, our focus right now is how this basically affects the US dollars, and of course how it indirectly influences the Bitcoin and of course the entire crypto market. And of course that and there is our real focus, and I hope you're already seeing that, because I mean that is where our interest lies. And the truth is this: whenever you have the actual data, this is the actual data. Let me make you see this. Let me close this up, and I'll open this back up. Oh, come on, how do I close this again? Yeah. This is the actual data, right? And I hope you're focusing. And then here you have the forecast data. All right, whenever you're having the actual data, right, lesser than the forecasted data, there you are having, right, a condition that would allow the dollar to be stronger and inherently make the other pair to be weaker. Now, I hope that really makes sense, because I mean, it makes sense to it all to me. And why I'm saying this is because you might be asking yourself, so hey, David, Helgiod, what do you mean by that? Are you trying to say whenever those who file for more, whenever people file for unemployment, in the week are lesser than what is been forecasted, that's actually good for the dollar? Yes, because when what was forecasted, right, sort of appeared to be more, right, than, because if people file for unemployment, it is a negative news. Obviously, it is a negative news, in the United States, right? Obviously, when there are no employment, it sort of explains a better economy in a very, very fundamental way, right? I mean, that is what it is. So now when we begin to see individuals basically filing, right, for basically no longer filing, let me put it that way, for unemployment, it tells you that the dollar is gaining strength, because the buying power of the dollar will still be sort of sustained. And I think that makes sense right there, because the lesser unemployment filing, the stronger the dollar becomes. And of course that's explicit, and of course not anything very, very, it's not anything difficult, right? Now, cool. So For the past one, this is the first one. I mean, the one I'm making reference to, right? The one that was released on the 24th of August. From this one to this one to this one, week upon week, we have hello accounts. Thank you for joining. All right. Well, I hope you all are following us on our platform right here. I'm so glad you all are doing the right way. So, I mean, it's necessary, right? It's very, very necessary that you all are seeing the obvious. When I mean seeing the obvious, that the United States has been intentionally pushing as much as it can to engage in an enduring possibility of resilience against every horde. We all know what's been going on with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. We all know what's been going on within Ripple Labs, and many exchanges right there. I mean, we all know what's been the back and forth with many cryptocurrency labeled security, and I tell you, it's definitely bringing a lot of concern, right, to investors, right, who are not airing their opinion. And I think it is right what we are combating. That's the truth. We're combating the question of validation. We're combating the question of authenticity. We're combating the question of adoption. And I think those are the concerns. But of course, much more than that, I think looking at this right here is telling us something. What is it telling us? It's telling us that the dollar is quite stronger, which of course will not be for a long time. Let me show you DXY right here. This DXY. You might not know how this DXY chart is, sort of, deceiving in my own opinion, right? Because I think that the dollars put on and all the old drama it is putting on to appear to be strong is just some funny game that would soon be unveiled, right? I think so, because looking at the chart from a weekly time frame, which I was supposed to do last, but on DXY was at first. Now, so you can understand what the dollar is doing. This is the destiny of the dollar. Now, for this will I say this summer or this year, and of course towards the next year, the destiny of the dollar is that we should be expecting, the dollar, I want to change the color of this breakout trend line, blah blah blah, to somewhat white, right? So the text is gonna be black, yep, and then the background is gonna be somewhat white. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and make the font like 14. Yep, there you go. Oh my god, then it should have border that is colored with like black. All right, so I think that's where we have the magic being done. Yeah, cool. Now the dollar has risen all through the time when the bear market was up upon us, from November Q4 2021 all through to Q4 2022. The bear market was it, and there the dollar was very strong because most people were selling off their coins sold by dollar. I mean, literally, when you sell off a coin, when you sell off what's it called, when you sell off your coin, by extension or invariably you're buying the dollar, right? I mean, that's not difficult, it's no rocket science, it's very easy to understand, right? So now we have that, right, as an important reality, right? The dollar was gaining strength over the time of the bear market, but of course, from the point the market began to turn bullish, from this point, we're breaking into January this year, from Q4 2022, the dollar began to dump, right? Essentially, it obviously the destiny of the dollar is that dollar should thrive and should travel all the way down here, which of course gives us every reason to believe that from this point when the dollar seems to be coming down, we have we have cause to think and to know that the bull market is carefully painting its label right upon our faces, and I think people got to be aware of that fact, right? All right, so now when we were dumping this way, right, we had the breakout of this trend line, because obviously if you've been following our analysis, you know this is a rising wedge. You've broken out of structure here, we sort of retest here, and this is a BOS. But much more than that, we sort of appear to be breaking out here, and this is a deceiving move, and that's why I'm going to be removing this trend line, because it's no trend line, it's all still a retest around the zones, right? Because I mean, until we have these, right, we can't claim the market is retesting its way, all right, towards moving upward. I tell you what the market is coming here to do. It's to clear liquidity, and of course to grab buy side liquidities that will trigger more sell, because internal ring liquidities here are going to be taken out. I hope that's not sounding gibberish. I'll explain. Whenever the market wants to take a very funny move, I'm going to be showing you a diagram with a with a simulatory chart. I'm calling it a simulatory because it's not going to be real. It's just some diagram. Yeah, look at this point. I'll draw it out and explain what the market is doing in my own opinion. So let me first release the drawing and zoom this closer like this so you can see what I'm doing, what I'm about to draw. Now look at this. Just carefully follow me, please. I just picked my path from the left corner of my icon, and I'm going to be drawing this so you can see, and then you see this. I think this actually has to happen for this to happen. Now you won't know how great this whole layout is, but because now this already from this point all like this at this point, we're still talking about the impact of the unemployment claims. Don't get carried away. We're coming right there. You will think this already a sustained trend line that shouldn't be broken, because obviously when you draw this from this point, that's what you're going to be seeing right here. But here you see the market right from this point carefully breaking, of course, to this node, and its breakouts to this node is not a BAOS. Of course it is, but it is more of a taking out of what is called internal range liquidity, and it's sometimes influenced by news like we also are having right here. This right here is what we call internal range. I'm gonna write this right here, internal range. Write this text, come on buddy. Internal range liquidity, yeah, come on, there you go. Now, and I hope you all have seen that very well. That's what we call internal range liquidity. It is a necessary market points. It has to be taken out. Like you see, we're talking about the fact that Bitcoin will get to 26,800, 27,100. It's here on 26,600 right before our face. Is making us understand the validation and the importance of this chart we are doing. Look at this. This is market rising. Now, don't forget, we have analyzed this right here. Just focus. Now, it's becoming more and more interesting for me as an individual, so you all can know that we are really in this game of understanding what the market is carefully drafting out. Of course, if you're not giving us a follow, come on, do that right away. And of course, ensure you're looking out for the next post. Yeah, so what we're discussing is about the market. Of course, here is Bitcoin sort of gaining strength, which it shouldn't, obviously, but it is going to be doing that while DXY will appear to be coming down. Look at this. You will be seeing DXY appearing to come down. Now, this internal liquidity, like I'm explaining, I'm sorry via the digression, it's necessary, it's important, it happens, right? So that's right, in my opinion, you can have a effective takeout, right? Because this, let me bring this guy right here and pick my rectangle and draw this point. So because there's a demand line right above here, or sorry, a supply, sorry, it's now a supply. That's when you have the sell-off. So you have a supply line right above here that has to be effectively taken, so we can have every reason to consider that spot or this zone as a sell-off. It is not a breakout of structure, it is a continuation pattern for the market to be effective in it itself. For DXY to effectively take us so the downward zone, which of course will trigger the bullish response in the entire crypto market, then we should have an effective takeout of liquidity on the DXY, and that's what I'm thinking is going to be happening right here. So yeah, so if I bring this over to 1-day chart, I think you all can actually begin to look more closely to the fact that DXY should find its way, right? I mean, Bitcoin has just traded into $26,700, and of course it's retracing, and you'll be wondering, is this a bullish response? Yeah, it is. We are in a bullish market in a bigger picture, but in the short time, like in a week, 2 weeks, I think we are still quite going to be experiencing a little sales like 22k, 23k, in my opinion. I think so. Yeah, and of course I think it is what it is. There's nothing we can just sort of do about it if we are not understanding how the market is playing its whole game at this time. Now I'm gonna bring you up to the 4-hour chart right here, but because I want to see I want to look at this the DXY, the dollar chart, from a lower time frame perspective. This is a daily time frame where one candlestick equals to a day, right? I mean, that's it's not rocket science. I mean, it's very easy to understand now. We're looking at the fact that we should be potentially see a little push up, like almost 1%, 0.6, 0.5% on the DXY, and yeah, and then afterward we should be dumping. So when this push up happens is when we begin to see Bitcoin retracing. When Bitcoin begin to retrace, and that's that push up, right? When that this push up, let me pick my arrow. This push up like this pump, right, would not happen until Bitcoin had gotten here, in my own opinion. That's my own opinion. Bitcoin will have gotten here. So for Bitcoin to get here, DXY has to come a little bit down. So I think this will actually come down a little bit like this. All right, let me pick my path. Here you go. I'm expecting this way to come a little bit like this and then go like that. Now it might be modded up. Let me make this whole thing clear for you all to see. Okay, come on, look here. Let's make this thing happen. It's magic. Come on. We're making magic together, right? Yeah, this is magic, and of course trading is so interesting. Here you go. You have I'm expecting DXY to come a little bit like this. It might not be in a day. Yeah, and then we have that. Then we have this. So this coming downwards is not for the dumping yet. It is so that Bitcoin can have its way all towards the point right there, and of course the entire market can push to 27,250. And of course we have a lot of altcoins that will be finding their way upwards a little bit, and there is what we're talking about. So when you come to imagine and ask yourself questions that are all this connected, it is all connected. It is all connected. So, and I hope you all already understand what we just do right there. So yeah, so that is it. When you see the Bitcoin market rising to 26 27k today, don't think we're not told. I mean, you were right here. Come on, and you're all told. It's not rocket science. It is just the magic of trading, and there you go. So well, I will come to Bitcoin chart, but of course I hope you're seeing it. You're seeing this, and yeah, you're understanding that it is the game. It is the game now. And I want you to please engage the chat room, ask questions. I'll be writing internal individuals in the live from today. You all can know what I'm talking about. I will explain that also, please. Don't get carried away. I will also explain that so you all can actually know how important this is. Internal liquidity, like I was making mention of here. Yeah, just look at this. I'm going to be explaining this guy once again. So just for the last time, and I will go to confirm why we think the market would pump. IRL, all right, stands for, let me write that in live room, internal range liquidity. Come on. Okay, I hope you all are following what we're doing right here. I think it's just so it's necessary. It is just I want to drop this comment in the live room, please. You've got a question, please come and ask me in the live room. I'm just gonna be so excited that you're gonna be asking that question in your mind, because it is in asking the question that you get answer, right? It's as simple as what it is. I mean, it's in rocket science. So internal liquidity stands for IRS, stands for internal liquidity. I've just dropped that, and this is it. It is when I would explain that soon. It is when the market, I'm going to be explaining that as resting orders. It is when the market had resting orders. By orders, it could be buy orders, right? You all know what orders are, right? And yeah, if you've been trading, you know that, right? You sell orders, buy orders. There are other blocks and other booking on our exchange right there, almost in spot zone, right? As resting orders, right, above the shadow or supposed demand or supply zone, which by the force of volatility has to take to sustain and confirm its chosen trend. Now you see Bitcoin are raising those $26,700 while we're here. Now you all are seeing that all we have been discussing is the real deal. Now you can go check that right away. I'm serious. So I mean, you all see this. It's all beautiful that we're watching this chart happen right here. Bitcoin is on 26,700. Are you seeing this? 26,700, and it is coming right there, baby. And I hope you all are watching that, right? It's gonna be happening, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, DXY might not pump, might not dump, might just be ranging till Bitcoin has fulfilled its course. So I think we still are expecting a potential rise of 1.85% on the Bitcoin market. I think it's actually interesting, in my opinion, and I find it more fulfilling, right, that we're doing this all together. And of course today, yep, it is what it is. And yeah, so 27 is going to be eaten right away. This is a live chart. Come on, it is a live chart. It is a beautiful one, and we're doing this all together. 26,760 is already happening right before our faces, and of course I hope you all are seeing this, and of course enjoying what it is the market is doing. Yeah, I'll look at some altcoins. I'll look at Solana, if you don't mind. I'll look at Solana, and then I think let me open Solana. Okay, let's open Solana. All right, let's look at Solana. Let me put Solana here. I hope this is getting more and more interesting, your own opinion, as it is to me. All right, let's do this. Solana USD, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, here you go. Yes, let's launch the chart, baby. So that's internal liquidity. I've explained that to you all, and of course I hope you'll have actually are learning some great thing about that. It happens when the market wants to have a deceptive move. It's like the market deceives, and that's what it does. It takes a move as though it's going up or down, and then it goes up. It takes a move as though it's going up, and then it goes down. So this same pattern of internal liquidity can definitely happen in the other way direct. I mean, in the other way. Like it can also do like this, and then this become our internal liquidity, and markets come like this, take this out and continue. And then you begin to ask yourself, what's all of this? It is because of the market finding costs to come below here, because there's an internal liquidity resting there, which the market has to come take out. Sorry. Yeah, so don't get carried away or think the market is just against you specifically. No, I once thought that way, that the market was against me, right? So yeah, so I've just opened Solana, we'll be looking at that. So don't forget, we have the unemployment claims news release, and we've checked the impact. So from the 24th of August up through to this day, the 14th of September, we have the actual data release from the Bureau of Statistics, from the Department of Labor, informing us that we have lesser people filing for unemployment, which is making the dollar a bit stronger, and by extension allowing Bitcoin to be weaker. Now, these have given us a clue, essentially and summarily, that dollar is going to be strong this week, and then Bitcoin is going to be weak this week. No matter what Bitcoin is putting up, all of these are shadow casts, right, for us. All of these are shadow casts, right? That we are, and we should be seeing. How do I put this now? We should be seeing. What do I call this? We should be seeing an expected bearish response eventually, no matter how the market is appearing. So all of the market appearance are just mere cover up that would eventually be we well spelled. So please don't be carried away, and just know this, before the weekend we should see a potential. Hello, I read. Come on. I wish you can. If we replicate. Okay, let's see how we can go about this. Okay, so let's see if we can help with okay, we've sent some red packets, and I hope you all can actually grab that. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, I don't know what else to do, right, other than that. I mean, yeah, that's the truth. So I hope you all can actually that's almost like 0.1. I think that's cool. All right, so please enjoy your live streaming session here, please. Yeah, so back to what we're saying right here. I think it is necessary for us to state this fact, right, that we are expecting the market to potentially lead us to point we surely know, and I hope you all are following what we're doing right here. So I'm saying we have this as an important lesson, right, for all of us to get set. So like I said, DXY should actually be coming down. Like you're seeing, it's already coming down. Basically, it's coming down a little bit. I don't know if you are seeing that very well. Let me remove this also. You can see it wasn't 105 point maybe, I don't know what's the exact figure, but of course it's yeah, you see that, right? A little bit right here. From one look at the figure here, it's quite changing. It was coming down the other time, right? I mean, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think it is not out of place to state the fact that we should be expecting yeah, Bitcoin to just still do one more 2% pump. Oh yeah, thereabouts, one more 1.85%. So I don't know what you're thinking. I think since we've already we've ascertained the fact, and we've seen it obviously, right? Wow. Yeah, I was thinking we're gonna be dumping from here on Solana, but I think we might want to get to 19.8 8 here, right? I'm serious because I once thought we're gonna be getting there, but looking at this chart, right? I'm not sure again. I'm thinking we still have some couple of percentage. Does it take more in Bitcoin? Yeah, but 1.8%, 27, and I'm thinking we might actually see from for that reason climb more higher to like, yeah, 19.8. I'm looking at that point. I'm thinking this point will be taken out in my opinion. I'm thinking the supply. Of course, it got to this point we had prepared, right? Yeah. And I don't know, you all saw that, right? This was not drawn right away. It's been pre-drawn. Because of analysis, you had inducement taken out, and of course, supply is right there. But I'm thinking this point will be taken out right now. And I'm not saying that's going to be a strong point because I think the Bitcoin market essentially would, should, right, find a way to trade upwards to $27,100 in my opinion, and that's my own purview. But of course, I'm thinking that if that's going to be happening, that is explaining and calling for my interest to think of Solana going way above. Even though this is a flip zone, I know that, right? I know that whenever we have flip zones, the markets definitely respect the zone. But much more than that, we also have resting liquidities right here, which is informing me that now we might still have more reasons for the market to go higher than I'd expected, which will definitely make me to come to consider this previous flip zone at once imagined, right, as a very weak point compared to what I'm thinking the market will do. The market will appear strong and potentially bully a lot of people thinking that it was going to be going upwards, whereas it's not going to go upward. I'm telling you, it's all just going to be coming up with a funny delusion, right, that as though it were strong, because it's not that way. So I'm thinking we have to look out for this guy and the zone, and of course be prepared for what the market is going to be doing. So this point is a fair volume gap. I think the market may want to rise above, in my opinion, picking my path to make it clearer. I think, yeah, I'm expecting something like this on Solana, like 19.85 right there, right? Yeah, I mean, looking at the 2-hour chart, you'd have to come to pick the exact order block I was looking at right there. This is the block, right? 19.85. So you all are seeing that, and I'm thinking that's what the market should do, in my opinion, making the next point of trade-off for Solana to be somewhere around 19.85, with stop loss to be conveniently seated above this exact block right here, 20.14, and 19.85 is cool, 20.14 is nice, and we should be thinking of shorting Solana just for a short while too, somewhere around 17 or way below 17, like about $15 or 16.4. I think that's going to be a potential 12 reward to risk ratio, and I think that's still very, very fair enough for the exact exact point which we are. I don't know if you all understood what we just explained. So I think I would start by commenting the impact of the of what's it called, please, of the unemployment news in the market. So we all can be on topic number one. Hello Timothy, thank you for joining. Elietta, hi Ediard, thank you for joining, and I hope you all are getting 1 or 2 red packets. It's great having you all around right today. Yeah, so let me write there. Robert as welcome. So one, the unemployment claims news, right, have written it impacts all over the face of the market, yeah, of the market, right, that the dollar is gonna be stronger this week. All right, I hope y'all are gonna be seeing this and of course enjoying the whole discussion. Now that's necessary for me to just drop right there, and I hope y'all are enjoying this. Hey, we've just dropped some red packets, man. I hope you grab that anyways. Now that's something. Now, and then the second thing is the market is surely covered up. I hope the market is covered up, right? I hope you're enjoying these, friends. The market is covered up with shrubs or shadows of supposed pump on BTC, which would trade into 27k before dumping in the course of the week. There's no rushing. All right, and I hope you all are seeing this, right? So for me, I think Yeah, I think it's making sense, right? In my own opinion, that this whole thing is happening, right? While we're looking at what the market is doing, because I think this is necessary. So I think it's obvious, right, that we have to really combat those spots above there where the market will definitely want to take its trade off from. So I hope you all are seeing this. So I've given the two conclusions I've been able to draw. So I think if I'll be very, very realistic to you all, with you all, the third, conclusion which I think you all must learn from is that, sorry, a minute, I'm gonna be right back. I think the third conclusion is this. I think we should expect BTC, right, to get, are you following me or writing here, please, to get to 23k conveniently, all right, before attempting to take the eyes at 31k. Now, that's the third point, right? I mean, I hope you all are seeing this, because I mean, it is all necessary we are breaking all of this to the fore. Because if you all don't know what exactly is going on within this whole game, you yourself might be the victim. I have a friend who is also a boss and a trader. He keeps saying the bull make market, the bear make market, the pig gets slaughtered. Think of that. Who want to be the pig? No one. So I think that is a third point you should learn. And the fourth point I'm going to be bringing from unemployment claims is you've got to be careful. I mean, you've got to be careful. Be careful when trading or while trading. Whatever trade you want to take in a spot margin, futures, be very careful. You've got to be very careful when trading, because I mean, there's a whole lot you can do with even $1, right, on spot, then you lose in future. And that's the truth. If you know what to use $1 for, go to buy an hamburger. I mean, I'm just kidding. So I'm saying, yeah, is that you lose on futures, contract trading, right? So please be much more watchful and cause be careful, and only trade when you are very, very, very sure. It's better to miss trades than for you to go chasing trades. That's the truth. Come on. And I'm very, very honest with you, because I mean, I've lost a lot of money in trading futures. I've also made some sizable amount of money. That's the truth. I don't flaunt anything. I don't post anything. You won't see anything. But it is what it is. Focus on your game. The game is yours, right? It's not about you impressing anybody. And that's the truth. It's not about you, making someone happy, right? Out there, right? I mean, who wants that? So please be extremely careful. You can lose $400 in a day, $4,000 in a day. Nobody cares. So please be very careful. So the unemployment claims is out. We have it to be positive for the dollar. That's why it's been green. And we've shown you all that for the past 1 to 3 months, the unemployment claims news has been strong. And that's why you can see that for the past 4 weeks straight up, literally, you can see that the entire crypto market has been down realistically. So that's why I'm going to be bringing this all to a conclusion. That on a higher time frame, we're saying that the crypto market is down. The crypto market is down. And I hope you all are noticing that. I said it right here that DXY is going to be coming down. It's already down. It was on 105.2 something there about. Now it's on 105.083. Dollar is coming down. The strength of the dollar appears to be coming down. Meanwhile, it is going to be strong. But the Bitcoin market will appear to be strong for a while. It appears like that, but of course it is weak inherently. I mean, but before the end of today towards tomorrow, you will see what I'm talking about. Because before the end of today to tomorrow, the DXY will rise like we had predicted right here. It will rise all from 105, whatever point it is, to 105.8 thereabouts. Very high. And then it will be very, very clear that we are where we are. So please be extremely careful to taking up trading decisions and embarking on futures trading contracts. And I hope that makes sense to you all. Please watch it, be careful. Bitcoin 26,634. We've been discussing this for the past like 7 days straight up. I mean, literally. market analysis. And of course, if you just join it, please ensure you're following. So there you have our decision and our discussion being very, very clear, right? So I mean, that's what it is. I mean, so it is what the whole thing. And then I think the more you understand how the whole market plays out, the more you get more and more secured in the days to come. Now that being said, I think we're done with this market analysis. I don't know if anyone has any question for me. I mean, come on, you should have question for me. This is it. Let me open the chart up. I hope it's up, and I'll also show you Arbitrum, BTC. This is not the chart, sorry, USD. I'm gonna open the chart right here for you all to see. Yeah. So Solana is expected to rise above the zones towards 19.6 or even get to this is the highest point. So I think there are two zones we should be actually watching for Solana, but I think for me I want to actually focus on just one point and forget the whole thing. If it gets here, fine. If it doesn't, I'm gonna forget the whole thing, right? I'm serious. So I want you just think of Solana coming. If it comes here, I'm gonna be shorting the whole thing dead end, like 40x. Don't do it, please. I'm kidding. I only use 20x, 25x. I mean, previously I used 50x. I'm serious. I'm that serious. Yeah, that's the game. So, any question, please? I'm in live. I'm waiting for your comments. Whatever your comment. Come on, friends. Let's make the whole thing count. Question. Thank you for coming today. I'm gonna be waiting for your comment, please. We're done. Questions, please. Any question, friend? I'm gonna look through. Any question, please? Okay, let's check. I mean, I need you to ask questions. Come on, you all can hear me very well. Come on, let's do this. We are literally done. We just have like 2 minutes or so to go. I'm gonna be going off the live session, please. Yeah. So, questions, and of course, I'm African marketing analyst. That's what I always call myself. I love that. Questions, please. Are there any questions? Please come on, friends. I would love it if you can ask one question from me. I would love to answer. I mean, we are literally done. Our time is up. But of course, I want to just have you say something from your mind. We've discussed extensively about the unemployment claims. We've looked at the market, and of course, we've given our conclusion, and our purview is that the market will appear to be pumping, right, whereas it's going to be dumping. Which, of course, we have stated the fact that we can see Bitcoin appearing to rise, right, to an high point, which eventually will be taken off, right? We predicted the market get to $26,800, and of course potentially finally $26,200 before dumping. And yeah, we can see the market sort of get into as high as 25, 26, 760, 26, 760, and obviously pulling back. And I think we're not yet done, because I'm thinking the market will definitely want to compete others at $27 to $20, right? In my opinion, and I think it would happen before the end of up to date. That is my opinion and my own perspective. And of course, it's because we've seen from the forest factories actual data that we have 220,000 people who sort of newly filed for unemployment, because it's still lower than the 226,000 that was forecasted or predicted. And whenever we have the forecast data higher than the actual data, then the dollar is still good and of course is strong, which we think, in our opinion, is going to be defining, right, what we are seeing with what's it called, with the entire crypto market. Since Bitcoin will take off, we pull off some shrubs and some cover up as though it's we're going to be pumping, whereas it's still going to be essentially dumping. So please, tomorrow is still part of the week. Don't be carried away by whatever it is the market is doing right here. I think this point was definitely a click. Don't get carried away. We also give advices and tips on when and as regards trading and how to be extremely careful. I seem not to have seen any question yet. Still, I think I'm going to be calling today. Thank you for saying lovely, son. Thank you so much for making this all live session interactive and of course, excuse me, interesting. So there you have your market analyst, David. Elgiod is the name. Keep following. Click on the top left corner, of course. Follow. Bring your friends and join us on our exchange. To meet again, I remain your humble market analyst from Africa. Peace to you and good afternoon. Yeah.